What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports. Thank God they got the win. Thank God the Phillies found a way to win that game in extra innings because, honestly, I was not feeling good after Jeff Hoffman blew that save in the ninth. I thought he would have had it, but clearly his command was not there, and he basically just threw away the insurance runs that Brandon Marsh gave you with that huge solo shot that he had in that ninth inning. But thankfully, the offense, did their work in the top of the 10th, intentionally walked Bryce Harper. For some reason, that's when the bats decide to wake up, with runners in scoring position specifically. You intentionally walk Bryce Harper. That's when the bats hit. Alec Boehm doubled down the line, scores one run, and then Bryson Stott just puts bat on ball, gets it into the outfield, manages to get a sac fly in there, so you get 2 runs on the board. Would have liked to get a third one, but it is what it is. Your pitchers need to execute, and thankfully, Gregory Soto managed to execute in that bottom of the 10th inning. Got a little bit dicey. Did allow a base runner in Paul Goldschmidt, but, Brandon Marks makes an excellent play to prevent the runner from moving to third base, and then basically he gets the next 2 guys out there. So, hey, a win is a win. Back in the win column again after losing yesterday afternoon in Washington to close out that series. You still won that series overall. I would have liked to sweep, but I'm not going to complain at the end of the day about sweeps at this early stage of the season. I feel like it's just pointless. Once we start getting closer to the more competitive parts of the season, that's when I start demanding sweeps. But, winning series, that is the name of the game. 2 of 3, 3 of 4. That's the most important thing you can do at the end of the day. And that's what the Phillies did against the Washington Nationals, even though yesterday base running was an issue, defense was an issue, and also Christopher Sanchez wasn't his sharpest, but also the offense did go quiet at the same time. So really not the biggest, bag of confidence right there from the Phillies in that final game. But today, against Miles Mikolas, offense once again looked a little quiet. Johan Rojas was the best offensive guy on the field today. Made it a heck of a defensive play early in the game. Huge diving catch off of a blooper, basically. It looked like it was going to die out there. But then in comes Johan to basically save the day right there with that amazing catch. And, Phillies get on the board. They get a run eventually in the later stages of this game. And then, I think the one thing that I haven't been mentioning yet, even though we're still very early on this recap, but one thing, that I need to mention, and I need to get a lot of credit because, honestly, it's probably going to go lost within this game because of going into extra innings and everything that happened late in it. Spencer Turnbull was very good once again. 6 scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts. I believe he only allowed 2 hits, only walked 1 batter. Him adding that sweeper to his arsenal, nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. He definitely does not have the same velocity that he used to have. He used to throw mid-90s and everything like there with his fastball. But, when he adds that sweeper to his pitch mix, I believe now he has like 5 pitches or something like that. Dude, right now in his first 2 starts, I am very satisfied with the product that Spencer Turnbull has provided us. I don't know how long it's going to last. I hope it lasts a while because the latest update that we did get on Taijuan Walker, he's going to be making a couple of rehab appearances down in AAA, I believe. I believe that was the case. The Phillies did announce something like that before the game, so I probably should have brought that up. But, me and my lack of preparedness in terms of everything right there, here we go. This is from Matt Gelb. Yep, there we go. Taijuan Walker will be giving a rehab assignment Thursday with AAA Lehigh Valley. This starts a 30-day clock. Phillies expected to make 3 or 4 minor league starts. So, not sure how long that's going to take. Basically, like what Matt Gelb said, probably, a 30-day period to see how everything goes there for Taijuan Walker. So, you're probably going to be expecting at least 3 or 4 more starts here from Spencer Turnbull down, until Taijuan Walker proves that he is ready to come back to Major League Baseball. But, the first 2 games that he has provided for us, very promising. Very promising. I liked what I've got from the Spencer Turnbull experience so far. And, when Taijuan Walker comes back you're definitely going to decide something on the rotation. If you can add Spencer Turnbull as one of your long guys out of the bullpen, along with Matt Strahm, and Turnbull can make a spot start here and there whenever your rotation just needs a break in the rotation, lineup there, when you're playing so many games in a row. Maybe a guy just needs an extra day of rest before he goes on the mound. You throw Turnbull out there, and he can give you a couple of innings, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 innings, depending on how he's feeling. And, that's what I like from Spencer Turnbull so far. So far in the first 2 starts, the low risk, high reward signing of Spencer Turnbull has been reaping the benefits. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know how long it's going to last, but like the product that I've been getting from him, that we've been getting from him, definitely been very nice. Been very nice. The entire stat line for him: 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 0 earned runs against, 6 strikeouts, 82 pitches. And you definitely could have made the argument that, maybe Rob Thompson should have let him go 7 innings. I could see the argument there, especially, when he throws Sir Anthony out there, the first batter that he faces, allow, solo home run to cut the lead in half. It becomes 2-1 instead of 2-0. Maybe you kept Turnbull out there. Maybe something different happens. He gets out of that inning scoreless. But what are you going to do at the end of the day? It is what it is, and Rob Thompson, especially with these type of guys in the back end of the rotation, he's really not going to have their very long of a leashes with those guys. He's going to have the very long leash with guys like Wheeler, Nola, Ranger. Doesn't really have that long of a leash with these bottom of the rotation guys, I guess, unless they prove it. But so far, Turnbull has proven that he probably deserves a longer leash. Well, we'll definitely see in his next start what happens. But like I said, very pleased with the product that we gotten from Mr. Spencer Turnbull here. In terms of the lineup today, Trey Turner and Johan Rojas definitely were the standouts. 3 hits for Johan Rojas, his best offensive performance of the year, and he has a higher average and a higher OPS than Nick Castellanos. Just saying. 1 game's worth of production from Johan Rojas, and he already has better numbers than Nick Castellanos. I'm just putting that out there. That really shows you how bad Nick Castellanos has been. It really shows you that. Trey Turner, he goes 3 for 5 in this game with an RBI as well, so his best offensive day of the season so far. Looking at the rest of the lineup, Kyle Schwarber definitely struggled a little bit there. 1 strikeout, 0 for 5. Bryce Harper grounded into a couple of double plays, but he did get that intentional walk in the 10th inning, which led to the Alec Bohm RBI double. The couple of the double plays, I didn't see much hustle from Bryce there. Just, some plays that you probably would see more hustle from Bryce. So I'm not sure with the back situation with him. Maybe he gets the day off tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen in that case, especially with so many games in a row, and they don't have a day off, I believe, until next week, next Thursday or something like that. Not this Thursday upcoming, but the following Thursday, basically. Who knows? You might see a day off in there for Bryce Harper. You just never know. But, like I said, we'll wait and see what happens in those situations. Alec Bohm got the RBI double in the 10th inning. He goes 1 for 4 with a walk and an RBI. Bryson Stott goes 0 for 4 with the sac fly in the 10th. Nick Castellanos a whopping 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Brandon Marsh, good day at the plate, continues to hit the ball very well. 2 for 4 with that solo shot in the 9th inning to extend the Phillies' lead to 3-1. Sadly, it didn't really matter because of Jeff Hoffman's outing. Garrett Stubbs goes 1 for 4, and then Johan Rojas goes 3 for 4. Kyle Schwarber did have a hard hit ball in that top of the 9th inning. Just crushed the ball to dead center field. Sadly, just fucking died right at the wall. I'm just like, fucking, how the fuck did that ball not go out? Seriously. I'm looking at Baseball Savant and everything. Expected batting average of .930. And surprisingly, the home run stat of if that ball would be a home run in this certain ballpark or not. Surprisingly, it was a home run in no ballpark in Major League Baseball. So that just shows you how very unlucky that hit was for Kyle Schwarber. Think of it, if you play MLB The Show, if anyone in here plays MLB The Show, think of that as a perfect swing, and you don't get rewarded for it. It just literally just dies right at the warning track. That's just very unlucky there for Mr. Kyle Schwarber. But in terms of the offense, bats really didn't do much until the top of the 5th inning when the Phillies got 2 runs on the board. Started off with Brandon Marsh with a single, and Garrett Stubbs with a single as well. Then Johan Rojas gets a single, scores the first run of the game for the Phillies. Then Trey Turner gets an RBI single to make it 2-0. Sadly, Harper grounded out, and then Bohm grounded out as well. And that would be the offense basically until the rest way of the game. There was also a situation where Rojas got a leadoff double in the top of the third, but the Phillies were not able to bring him home. Basically Spencer Turnbull doing his thing. Very quiet innings, a lot of soft contact. Basically, for Turnbull, the only hard contact that St. Louis made off of him was a double by Nolan Arenado, and he managed to get out of that situation. So great stuff there from Turnbull. Then you go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Serafini Dominguez comes out on the mound. Of course, the first batter he faces, home run. Brandon Marsh just missed making the play by like inches, basically. It looked like the ball like tapped off the tip of his glove and went into the bullpen. So sadly, he wasn't able to make that play. But Serafini does get out of the inning, but that does sting a little bit. Trey Turner reached in on an infield single in the top of the 8th, but Bryce Harper once again grounded into a double play, so nothing happens there. Then you go to the top of the 9th. Bryson, Stott, and Nick Castellanos both strike out to lead off the top of the 9th inning, and then Brandon Marsh goes down 0-2 against Gallegos, and you're thinking to yourself, oh god, it's going to be a quick inning, they're not going to get any type of insurance, this is going to be a painful, very, very painful bottom of the 9th inning, but then Brandon Marsh battles, works at the 3-2, fouls a pitch off for 2, then he gets his pitch, turns on it, sends it into the seats, 3-1 Phillies. Even freaking Garrett Stubbs had a very hard hit foul ball that probably would have went if he just timed it a little bit better. But you really can't ask for that much. Stubbs does reach first base off of an error, and then Johan Rojas gets safe off of an infield single, and then you get the Schwarber fly out, which basically died right at the warning track. Like I said, fucking hit it hard as possible, died right at the fucking wall. Can't get any more unlucky than that. Then Jeff Hoffman comes out for the bottom of the 9th inning, strikes out Nolan Arenado after falling behind 3-0 in the count. Then gets to Herrera, falls behind 3-0 again, and then walks him on the 5th pitch at the at-bat. Probably got robbed there of strike 2 because the umpire was very close, but Hoffman wasn't throwing strikes in this situation, and when you're not throwing strikes, the umpire's not going to give you the close ones, and that was this type of situation for Jeff Hoffman. And then 1-2 pitch to Burleson, hung a slider right down the heart of the plate, and then he doubles, which makes it 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Walker hits a sacrifice fly on the first pitch he sees, so it's a 3-2 ball game, 2 outs, win up at the plate. Hoffman gets him down 1-2 in the count. 2 perfectly placed sliders, 3's his win, but then for some reason decides to throw another slider, but this time on the outside part of the plate. You can clearly tell that he had no command of his fastball. Basically, really, his best pitch of that inning was his slider. And he really just had no feel for his pitches, and that resulted in the game-tying RBI there. He does get out of the inning, but it does sting there. Blows the save. Those are his first earned runs of the season. And you have to go to extras here. And you're kind of scared of this offense because of runners in scoring position. But you go there. Trey Turner doesn't start off good, though, grounds out, and doesn't advance the ghost runner, which was Pache coming in for Schwarber. Harper intentionally walks. Alec Bohm on the first pitch he sees, lines it down the left field line. Scores a run, gets Harper to 3rd, and then Bohm gets into 2nd with a double. Then Bryson, Stott, sack fly. Just bat on ball. Beautiful stuff. Extra run there. And then Castellanos flies out on a meatball. So that's how it's going for Nick. But Phillies lead 5-3 going into the bottom of the 10th. Gregory Soto comes out, gets the first out. Then he allows a single to Goldschmidt, which for some reason doesn't score the run, surprisingly. So it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Gets Gorman to strike out on a very terrible pitch. I have no idea. Like, seriously, Gorman was swinging at the pitch right at his fucking face. I have no idea why he was swinging at that, but I'll take it. And then he gets Arenado to strike out. I believe that was Arenado's like 3rd or 4th strikeout of the night. So the Phillies definitely were owning him tonight. And you get the save. You get the win. Take that any day of the week. Phillies win 5-3. Always nice to get that victory right there. And then basically looking at the rest of the pitching besides Turnbull, Sir Anthony Dominguez, 1 inning, 1 earned run, 1 hit, which was the solo shot, 1 strikeout on 14 pitches. Jose Alvarado was basically the only guy. Well, I wouldn't say the only guy. The Phillies had 2 bullpen arms go clean today. Alvarado threw 23 pitches, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, got out of his inning. Jeff Hoffman allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout on 25 pitches. So definitely was not feeling it today for him. And then Gregory Soto has yet to allow an earned run this year. 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts on 20 pitches in that bottom of the 10th inning. And that results in a Phillies victory. Some nice stuff there. And in terms of craziness here, there's even more pitchers going down with elbow soreness and scares with Tommy John situations, just with the elbow UCL and all that stuff. We still haven't fully found out about, Spencer Strider. He did see the doctor today, the specialist for the elbow and all that stuff, so I'm sure we're going to find out something on that soon. And now we find out that Framber Valdez of the Astros was scratched from his start today because of elbow soreness. So, yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. A lot of pitchers. A lot of, consecutive pitchers with elbow injuries. I have no idea why. Jesus Christ. Ay. Craziness all weekend long. And today was freaking Johan Rojas. Was the fucking eclipse? Was the eclipse the reason why he got 3 hits? I'll take it. Like I said, he's got better numbers than Castellanos just after this game. Just look at the stats. They're not good stats, but they're better than Castellanos. That really just describes how bad Nick Castellanos has been to start the year. Terrible. And then the entire weekend basically was just the rest of Phillies baseball, and then watching WrestleMania, it was... Even I'm not that big in the wrestling, but I'll tune into it here and there, especially, when it's pay-per-views and all that stuff, because they show the pay-per-views on Peacock, and our family does have Peacock, so you get that for free from Comcast. But, I tuned in to WrestleMania for the weekend. It was very entertaining seeing Cody Rhodes manage to finish his story and beat Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship there. Some very fun stuff. I was also watching Raw after Mania tonight. Really wasn't... It was kind of boring in my honest opinion. Nothing really stood out to me. So I'm not sure where everything's going to go. I'm not sure if Rock teased anything about future fights with Cody Rhodes. Some people were pointing out on Twitter possibly that maybe a SummerSlam type of thing between Cody and The Rock. I have no idea what's going to happen. But it's nice seeing Cody get that situation. WrestleMania here in South Philadelphia was fun stuff. A bunch of the fights yesterday were, fantastic. What else? The Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre fight, with Damian Priest coming in with the Money in the Bank to claim the the title after CM Punk screws over Drew McIntyre. What else? The 3-way between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Why is his name... I shouldn't be remembering his name. Jesus Christ. How am I forgetting his name? Jesus Christ. It shouldn't be forgetting his name. If you guys can remind me. If you guys watched WrestleMania this weekend, please remind me of his name, because for some reason it's blanking in my mind. Jesus. What else? What other fights that were... Especially the night 1 fight, the tag team between, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and The Rock. That was very entertaining. There were some fights that were very slow. The Intercontinental Championship was very fun to watch. And mainly, I feel like there was just bops all over for night 2. So hopefully I'll probably tune into it from time to time as we go on here. Like I said, I'll probably tune into some pay-per-views in the upcoming, time here. But it was very fun. Definitely some very fun stuff to watch. It's just pure entertainment. That's what it is for me. I don't look into it that deeply like some other people do. It's just, fun times to just chill back and watch and have some fun. But I would say Raw after Mania. Oh yeah, Logan Paul. That's what his fucking... How do I forget Logan Paul? How did I fucking forget Logan Paul's name? I don't know. I don't know. That shows you how little I watch the WWE. I really only tune in from time to time. It's basically like Logan Paul. He only shows up for the bigger events. That's basically me. I only watch the bigger events. I really don't watch Raw. I don't watch SmackDown on a weekly basis to where I'm like, what the fuck is going on when I watch these pay-per-views? What the fuck did I miss? It's weird. I did go on a stretch I believe it was. I actually do forget when it was, but I did go on a stretch where I was like, because they have like all the Raws and SmackDown and pay-per-views on Peacock from like, a lot of previous years, basically the entire history of the WWE there on Peacock. And I was watching a lot of the old Raws, a lot of the old SmackDowns, and then I just stopped at some point because I guess I got burned out. But I kind of do want to go back and do that, or we'll see how everything goes here. Basically, that's basically it. But yeah, some fun stuff. Got sidetracked there a little bit, but Phillies win again. Take that NBA of the week back at 500. I believe that's 4-4 on the year, 5-5, whatever it is. And we'll take those. We'll definitely take those. And I believe the Atlanta Braves lost to the Mets today. So we'll see what happens there. What other things that have been happening around baseball that are very intriguing? The Yankees continue to win. They're off to their very hot start. They're 9-2. The Guardians, they're off to a hot start. They're 8-2. The West, Mike Trout continues to hit home runs, but with no guys on base. So we'll see what happens with that situation. In terms of the rest of the league, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they're 9-2, and they play the Phillies this upcoming weekend. So that'll be a tough series for the Phils. The Dodgers, they're 9-4, but while the rest of the West is below 500. Just some interesting things to look at right there. Yeah. And Blake Snell apparently got his first start of the season for the Giants. And currently the Giants are losing 5-1 to the Nationals, so I want to see Blake Snell's stat line. He only went 3 innings and allowed 3 earned runs. So some interesting stuff right there. Interesting stuff. Interesting. But yeah. Good win today. Definitely going to be interesting tomorrow because tomorrow is 3 games. Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and I believe the Phillies are only on streaming because of the other 2. So have to wait and see how everything works out there. But yeah. Interesting day. Definitely an interesting day. With the eclipse and everything and all that crap. Weather's definitely getting better, which is a positive. But yeah. I think we're getting closer to the end here. We don't have anything on the Anytime Hotline, so I'll just get to you guys in the comments section here, live chat, whatever, before we end it off. Star Wars, how are you doing? Yeah, Turnbull, definitely very promising, and Rojas tonight was a miracle for him. Great win, yep, definitely, and the Braves just lost. No reason to have Hoffman in this situation. Should have pitched to Anthony Strom and Alvarado. Yeah, it definitely was a weird call because I guess Rob was playing matchups in that point when Alvarado came out. It was a bunch of lefties out batting, and he wanted Alvarado to face the lefties and then Hoffman to face the righties in the 9th inning. I can understand the logic. That's what Rob's been mainly doing his entire time as a Phillies manager, so I really can't say anything about it because it has worked more times than not. Sometimes it does come back to bite you in the ass when you do play matchups specifically and all that stuff, like it did tonight. But most of the time for Rob, it's been fine. It's been fine. It just feels like the Phillies offense doesn't wake up until June in the Bryce Harper era. I could definitely see that. I hate that. I really do hate that that's the case. But we'll see. Rojas finally got his hits signed at the end times. Yeah, Turnbull and Sanchez definitely have been pleasant. Well, Sanchez definitely impressed last year. His last start against the Nationals yesterday wasn't the best. His command was kind of all over the place, but I'll think he'll get better. Castellanos should be either sent down or traded. Well, they're not going to send him down, and they're not going to trade him, in my honest opinion. Rojas saw those AAA rumors and was like, no way. It almost looked like an identical blow game that we've seen before, but they pull back up to win it. I still want to see more from the bats. Great game for Spencer. Yep, 100%. 100%. Sixers have won every game since Embiid's return, but I don't know what to say about the Fly Guys. Do you think Torts lost? No. I don't think Torts the team. I don't think Torts lost the team. I feel like that's dumb. I feel like people trying to bring that up already. I don't think Torts lost the locker room. I just don't think that. It's like amalgamation of literally everything going wrong for them at once. Their goaltending has been basically terrible since the trade deadline. Their defense is shot. Their penalty kill hasn't been good in the second half of the season. Their penalty kill obviously is trash, and that continues to hurt them. And when you can't find ways to score 5-on-5, it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. And also, you know, their veterans aren't stepping up when they need them to. They're not getting the saves that they need to. Ersson is clearly gassed because he's been playing way too much, and you really have no other choice for that because Sandstrom wasn't a good backup, Cal Peterson isn't a good backup in the whole Carter Hart situation, and Fedotov just clearly is not ready for the NHL. And yeah, he played good against the Islanders, but he just clearly was not ready for that one game that he played against Buffalo. And, you know, I don't know what happens. They're still technically in this playoff race. Do I expect them to win the last 4 games? Hell no, with the way they're playing. No, I do not. It's unacceptable with the way they're playing and, you know, collapsing like this. It really is. Like, I don't want to go on the route that, oh, they weren't supposed to be here, blah, 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 blah. They're not ready yet, blah, 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 blah. If you're in this, Torts said, if you're in this position, you need to win. And that's what they're not doing. That's what they're not doing. Now, does that sour my thought process on the team for the foreseeable future? No. No. I could be mad in the present, but I can still understand what the plan is for the future, but still be upset about, you know, what's going on right now, because I do think getting into the playoffs is important for some of these young guys. I just think that's really important. Do they get there? I think only a miracle can happen on that point. I think only a miracle can happen on that point, because Pittsburgh continues to win. The Islanders are winning. The Capitals have died off a little bit, but they're still, you know, basically in the same spot as you. Same thing with Detroit. So, you need a stroke of luck. You got to win your games. It's basically it. It's basically it. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. In terms of the recaps tomorrow, we'll probably not do the live stream and just do one recap, two recorded recaps. Just to let you guys know there. Just because it's easier in that point. So, definitely stay tuned for that. You'll see that in the subscription feed when that pops up tomorrow night. Flyers and Phillies. Sixers, but we'll get more in the Sixers as the playoffs get around. I want to talk Sixers as much as anyone else, but I'll get to them when the playoffs start. That's basically it right there. Because it is fun that they're winning these games. It's just the fact that, you know, I just don't have time to talk about them. That's really just what it's been right now. But, yeah. We'll see what happens on that point. Phillies get the win, which is all important there. And we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. So thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. Always appreciate it, you guys tuning into the stream. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. You guys leaving, you know, those comments, those likes, hitting that subscribe button, join the TTP Sports family. Just great deals, stuff there. Also, don't forget to use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Get yourself down to the ballpark, the Wells Fargo, for, you know, any of the last, you know, regular season games for the Sixers and the Flyers, if you want to put yourself through that. And yeah, great deal. Don't pass it up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you next time.